Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, look at this Arizona defense.
They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw.
Open man, that's Henry.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the River Hogs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wide open receiver complete.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 73 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Third and 3.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Second and 12.
Now back to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You look at this Arizona defense.
They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punt, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And bulldozing his way through. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals have moved out in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They're taking it right down Broadway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the River Hogs have regained the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. McCaffrey following the penalty.
Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Cardinals first down.
Let's go now. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They get this out quickly to the left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
The tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
They'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
He'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick is good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
The drive will start with an option going left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
McCaffrey will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now they send a man in motion right. Again, McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Christian McCaffrey.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead on the final play of the first half. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's 3rd and 7.
They'll set up a throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
McCaffrey. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
90 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now they'll change things up. On 2nd down, here's the option.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Out of the gun now on third down. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. 24 yards.
And the Cardinals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
We're facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
It's a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Drop 60, drop 60.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
11 yards there, first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back to throw again. And a throw right sideline is complete. And touchdown! A great effort there. 47 yards.
And the River Hogs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Cardinals 34, River Hogs 24.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football.
Recovered by the Cardinals.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. Good footwork at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Christian McCaffrey.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Cardinals are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out.
There he goes left side. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
39 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Cardinals 48, River Hogs 24.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Arizona, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.